NBA. Richard, with this season just underway, how long do you think it takes for a player to mesh with his new team?
It really depends on if you have a previous relationship or not. You may go to a team with guys you know, you'll mesh right away. Or it may take a little bit longer if you're a bit unfamiliar.
Now Golden State's starting five. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Mr. Perfect out there with Curry. And it's Wiggins in at small forward.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Porzingis finds Tatum. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Now, I asked him who hasn't worried out there on the floor, and his answer was Draymond Green. He told me he's a high-effort, high-IQ player who can be so effective. Right now, our plan is to stay physical with him and not let him dictate the terms out there. Of course, this means a hard-fought contest down low. Guys?
All right, David, thanks.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
Bangs home the trifecta.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. And here's Porzingis after the three-pointer from Mr. Perfect. A pass to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
This is why you lob it Porzingis' way. Great job using his height and length.
Mr. Perfect, and another 3 for Golden State.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Outside, White. And here's Tatum for 3. The Warriors pull it in. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins. And looking for number 8 tonight.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
White the pass to Porzingis. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Tatum no good.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Got that one up quick. Mr. Perfect's got 18 points in the game.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Pritchard. Boston again missing.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Yep, it's good. Another 3 from Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect's got 21.
12 straight points off of 3-point. And the D chips.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at Boston. They've hit a little bit of a skid here, playing right around the league average now.
I think for the Warriors, they're just so locked in right now. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I know it's still early in the season, but they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's Mr. Perfect. Off target with his 3. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. A 12-point game. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. It looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Boston. Really left alone that time. He's got 24.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3. The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Another 3 for Golden State.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Here's Pritchard. He had 15 points last outing. Outside, Tatum shoots the three. Mr. Perfect with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And here is Tatum. They get it. No good on the layup.
Defense pulled out all the stop to shut him down there.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Jaylen Brown out there with Walker. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now, here's Walker. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Tatum passes to Walker. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Well, over the years, the Warriors have had some historic tax bills.
Yeah, and for the most part, it's been well worth it because it's led to championships and they generate a ton of income. But now, with this tax repeater penalties, you can see why they've tried to cut costs, and every team in the league has followed.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Warriors leading by 21. Here's Mr. Perfect. And again for 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And it's a 4-way tie now. Himself, Curry.
Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history book.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Good! Another from 3.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record book.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is bested. What a shooting display.
And now we head to center court where MP has a few words for us. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Obviously, this isn't something you really prepare for. It's crazy. Setting the record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those hours alone in the gym with just my dreams. Now they're coming true. It's because of all the hard work that I put in and also all the hard work that my teammates put in. So thank y'all. And I also want to thank all the three-point shooters from NBA history, the ones that made the shot into the weapon that it's become. Steph, Dame, Ray, Larry. Now you got to add my name to the list. And I'm just getting started. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Clearly, Greg, just a dream. Boston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Walker. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now, even with several...
Another one goes. Incredible.
Historic 50-point night. What a streak he's on.
With this performance, he now has the longest streak of 50-point games in NBA history. Back to Brown. And they double up Brown. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Kuminga. Misses off the right iron. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Celtics making a switch here. White's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Wiggins is checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. For Boston, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Tatum finds Porzingis. To the middle, wants to get it to Brown and does. The layup missed.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The Celtics shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Nice shot, Porzingis with the length and the touch.
Mr. Perfect hits it from three-point range. Mr. Perfect's got 54 points.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
23 seconds left in the first half of the game. There's Walker with the 3. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Mr. Perfect. White covering. Takes a 3. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Glancing at the upcoming schedule when you guys played against one another, did you always have your games circled on the calendar? Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Golden State Warriors. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. In at small and power forward, it'll be Wiggins and Green. Mr. Perfect out there with Curry. And it's Jackson Davis in at center. Or should we know that not many teams hits it again? Wow!
I can't believe I'm saying this. He's now second in 60-point games all time.
Tapping into his full arsenal, night in and night out. Tatum wide open, he fires one. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate. That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Off target from outside.
Look, when you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
And they double up Brown. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart and kind of wake him up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
And Mr. Perfect gets it to go.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
There's the screen. Tatum backs for 2, and it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Tatum's got 5 now.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Warriors have found something with Draymond Green and Trace Jackson Davis inside. Green says, with the rim protected by Trace, I can just play off instinct and read the game. Jackson Davis says, being able to interchange with him is great. The things he teaches me has helped my game a lot. Kevin?
I'd love to hear those stories. Thanks, David. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum over Green. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Mr. Perfect gets it to go.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Pass to Pritchard to end the run. Knocks down the 3-ball. Pritchard's got his second bucket of the night.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3. But he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Out to the right wing. Here's Mr. Perfect. Yet another bucket.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history. Here's Porzingis, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Jackson Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. And Mr. Perfect gets it to go.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Boston has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Here's Pritchard. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the third. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
And so White will bring it up for the Celtics. Their next game playing at home is the Nets coming to town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Austin making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Podziemski, he's checked in for Stephen Curry. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Porzingis passes to Pritchard. All sorts of time. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. He got it up. Another bucket. Wow!
The good times keep rolling. Now tied for second all-time in scoring for a game.
Well, you know, the way he's been able to... And so it's the Golden State Warriors, able to put on a show for the ages. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a three-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name in the history books.
And while this milestone is a testament.
And again!
And he's now outmatched his own single-game record for points with a staggering offensive onslaught. I think the defense is just as stunned as we are.
Words fail to describe the magnitude. He is putting in the work with a little overtime, and this game is sure to leave a mark.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still
good. That's another bucket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember, and approaching some history to boot. Here's Springer. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off.
And got it! Another basket.
Kevin, now I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, a record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze.
And he's now passed Wilt Chamberlain's legendary mark of 100 points, one that stood since 1962.
Buries the long-range jumper.
I mean, no comment, but this is just unreal.
Now Tatum. Pass to Cornette. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside Tatum. Boston, no good that time either.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
This one for 3, and again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Shireman. Here's Hauser. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Mr. Perfect. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And here's Tatum for 3. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
And Mr. Perfect gets it to go.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Here's Tatum, drilled from 11 feet out.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Mr. Perfect.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Wasted no time on that one.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum reminding the defense, like, yo, you cannot stop him.
Lets it go from deep. And another one.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA. Really taking it to the opposition. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Tatum draws the double. To the wing on the left for 3. Connects from three-point range.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Connects again from distance. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.
MP, you just set a new record for points scored in an NBA game. Describe what you're feeling in this moment.
Honestly, I feel like the GOAT right now. I feel like I'm the greatest to ever do it, for real.
So what's next? Where do you go from here, from this amazing accomplishment?
I've got some old coaches to text, some family, some friends, and you know what I gotta do. I gotta go celebrate with my teammates. Thank you.
Thank you. Congrats.
Cheers.
Cheers.